guys, welcome to my channel. This is Talk with Tochi. Today we are discussing customer service. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed and click on the bell button below to get notification whenever I post. So like I said, we are discussing customer service. So what is customer service? Customer service is the act of taking care of your customers' needs, providing and also delivering the services or products that your customers has requested for. And also you have to know how to handle your customers before, on and after they have ordered for the products. Okay, so and there are some things that I call good customer service. So I have three things I call good customer service, which are promptness, like how 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 do you meet up with your customers' needs? Like when you promise your customers that you're going to deliver the goods in 3 days, are you able to meet up with that request? And also I have professionalism. You should learn how to treat your customers equal. Like you don't have to show your customers that you value more than the other, or you show your customers that this customer is purchasing more than you, so you tend to pay more attention to this particular customer than the other customer. And the third one is you recognizing or personalizing your customer. For example, you know a customer, you are speaking to a customer over the phone, and this customer you're just talking, you haven't requested for your customer's name, you haven't made the customer feel important as part of the brand. For example, I make footwears. Yes, so I had a customer request for a particular design. So after I made that design for her, I actually named that design in her name, like Gem Mole. So she felt like being part of the brand. She loved it and she started telling people out that she has a footwear under her name and all. And then I had people really come for that footwear design because of making her feel like she's part of the brand. Okay, so there are actually types of customer service. We have phone. So this is the regular type of customer service that we know, where the customer is able to call the brand, the company, and speak to them over the phone. So this actually helps the customers to have a bond with the CSR on the other side of the phone. So the CSR mentions her name and says, thank you for calling to so customer care, and please may I know your name? And this customer just mentions her name. Then the CSR, every statement the CSR makes mentions this customer's name. This customer actually feels that there's a bond between he or she and the company. So it makes the customer feel like the company already knows who she is or who he is. Okay, so the second one is email. Most companies actually use this email type because when, for example, during after work, and your CSR has actually closed for the day, and you also use email to communicate to your customers. Your customers will be able to send queries through email because they already know that this is the closing hour. But through email, your CSR can actually reply even after closing hours. For example, the customer sends queries like after 6 p.m. So now this is your CSR can actually reply through using the mobile phone or laptop instead of the customer calling in and nobody will be able to answer the phone. So your customer is able to actually pass through their messages, their complaints and everything through the email, and you can respond instantly because you can actually make use of your mobile phone to respond. So the other one is on-site. This is where your company actually visits your customer and Make inquiries, ask your customers what he or she is experiencing with the brand, with the product, with the services, how you can actually improve. Now you're visiting your customer, makes your customer very excited, makes your customer know that he or she is important to the brand. For example, let's use internet services. So they visit their customers' offices, they visit their customers' store, and they want to know how the internet is actually doing. If it's swift, if it's slow, just make them give your queries or complaints and what you think that the company can actually improve in. This is actually going to help the company grow and also keep your customers with you. It makes your customers to be loyal actually, because they will want to always be with you because you've personalized everything concerning them as being part of the brand. So we have social media. This one is very, very, very common right now. Like everyone is using this means. So you're on Facebook, you're on IG, you're on WhatsApp, and then you decide to create a group for your customers. For example, on IG, you post something and then you expect your customers to respond. You expect your customers to give their opinions on the comment section. This is you trying to show that your customer service is nice. So on WhatsApp, you create a group for your WhatsApp for your customers actually, and then they drop their complaints, they drop inquiries and queries on the WhatsApp group. Sometimes you might not even be present to actually respond to some of their messages, but you have a customer that is loyal and that has come across that kind of query before or issue before. That customer can actually assist to answer even with you not being able or with you not knowing about it. So what you just have to do is concur that, okay, what this customer said is true. You can actually handle it this way or that way. So in this process, in dealing with your customers this way, there are some of them that are actually irate customers. That's customers that are very angry when what they expect of your products they didn't meet up to it, or they're having difficulties with your services. So for example, an angry customer walks into your working center and is raising fire and brimstone. How are you able to control this customer? How will you be able to handle this customer? So there are ways that you can actually handle your angry customer. First one is you make sure you calm down. Don't even say a word while this customer is talking. Just allow the customer to express him or herself. Let the customer pour out all everything that he or she wants to say. Just let the customer do that. And then you just take note of what the customer is complaining about and just wait for the customer to finish. Number two, you don't make it personal. Whatever the customer has said, if the customer is angry and raining curses and saying a lot of things, you don't just take it personal. You allow the customer to finish. This is where you bring in your emotional intelligence. So you let the customer finish pouring out his or her mind, and then you try to empathize with the customer. You just apologize, make the customer feel that you understand his or her pain and that you can actually provide a solution to what the problem is. And if you feel that you're feeling too overwhelmed by what the customer is saying, you can actually decide to, if he's on a call, you can actually decide to forward the call to your team lead, or you can decide to call your team lead out if it's a working center or a store actually. So you can just decide to call in your team lead to assist since you're feeling overwhelmed with whatever the customer is saying. Then after that, you have listened. As a CSR, a good CSR, your number one thing that should show that you're a good CSR is that you have a good listening ear. You should be able to listen and pick the key words of what your customer is complaining about. So once the customer has finished expressing him or herself, then you can decide to repeat and say, okay, if I heard what you said correctly, or if I get you correctly, you said you use the service and this is this and this is that. So now you want to know how we can assist. That is fine. Then you give your customer a solution. So now in this situation now, your customer understands that you have listened well and you can actually pick out what the issue is. And then you try to bring a lasting solution to that issue. Now, in bringing the lasting solution, it brings us to number 5, which is resolving the issue and following up on your customer. You try to resolve this issue, make your customer to understand that you actually understand everything he or she has said, and you also keep your stand firm that, okay, so we have this issue, we have these are the processes for this because of how the business is being run, or because of how the business is. We actually do this. We apologize for the inconvenience, and this is actually the solution to this. Or we might not have a permanent solution, but we can negotiate a resolution to it. So now this customer understands that, okay, at least you're willing to assist. After bringing that solution and the customer has left happy that you were able to resolve his or her issue, then you follow up. Like after few days, you can just give the customer a call. How are you enjoying our service? We really apologize for the previous day, and we hope that we are serving you better now. If you have anything you would like the business to implement to assist you more or something, just make that customer to know that you have finally recognized him or her and you are ready to serve him or her better. So that is actually a way for you to manage your angry customers, your irate customers, because some people might actually be angry, or some might actually, you might have actually wronged some people and they will not mention anything. But you see those ones that come to say this, you should actually take them special, because they've actually poured out their minds and they are ready for you to give them a solution to it, for them to just move on. So guys, this is the end of today's video. If you think this video helped or is going to help you in your customer service for your business, kindly give me a thumbs up. And also, if you have your opinion, or you want to comment something, please, on the comment section, I'm expecting your comments there. Thank you and love you.